Here's where it really comes together. In packed stadium on a Sunday afternoon, the game on the line. That, my friend, is the real thing. And when it comes to sports coverage, the real thing for me is right here, the Sporting News. Call this toll-free number to get in on a special half-price offer. The Sporting News delivered straight to your mailbox every week at a hefty saving. The Sporting News delivers hard-hitting, close-up action and stats you just won't find in your local news or anywhere else. On-the-scene coverage of pro and college football, basketball, baseball, hockey, boxing, and more. 52 weeks a year.
Call toll-free 1-800-592-6000. Save 1/2 off the regular subscription rate. You pay in 3 easy installments of only $4.96 each. Call now, 1-800-592-6000.
We are back with the team trials here for men's gymnastics, and you might be wondering about our Olympic team. How does it change your life? Well, we spoke with this man, Scott Johnson, and not only has he been in the Olympics, but he's won a gold medal as well.
Well, I suppose the only thing that I can say to that is that you have to keep a positive attitude all the time. Where a lot of people, you know, fall into a negative attitude after something that's so highlighted as the Olympic Games or winning a gold medal in the Olympic Games, and then after that they say, oh, well, there's nothing better than that, and there's nothing better that I can improve on, so my career is going to be going downhill from now on. And I don't feel that at all. I feel like after the Olympic Games, I still have a lot to prove to myself. I feel like I can improve a lot gymnastically, and that I can learn a lot of new skills and put on a better performance and place higher in the world rankings. So it's that positive attitude that I've always kept, and it's going to keep me improving, I hope.
And here's Scott on the pommel horse doing a good routine, a couple of minor mistakes, but this is his worst event. There's his dismount, a new dismount with his legs together, a very difficult one. That was a real good routine for Scotty. He's not naturally a good pommel horse worker. He's a better tumbler and vaulter. But he does a hard routine now on the horse, and that was good for him to get through it.
As we take another look at it, there's a point I want you to address. Specialists are really a thing of the past now, aren't they? You really have to be an all-around. And how many events can you be weak in and still be a top-notch all-around gymnast?
Not many, I'll tell you that. And that was a good effort on Scott's part to get to the handstand. But, you know, you really can't have a real weak event. You may be a little better in some than others. Like Scott, his best event is not pommel horse, but he is very good on the pommel horse. So, you know, any event that makes you weak is going to knock you right out. Scott,
all right, this is Billy Paul. Obviously, he's competing on the still rings.
And Billy has been in gymnastics a long time, waiting for a spot on the team. He's working real hard. Nice dismount on the end of a ring routine. Took a little step back, but a fine dismount.
Billy Paul, Scott Johnson, both waiting for their scores. As we said, the reason the judging may seem a little slow is because we do have new rules. And we do have Scott Johnson's score. He received a 9.1, which is a respectable score for Scott on the pommel horse. And we will be back with Billy Paul's score on the still rings after these important messages from our sponsors. Stay with us here in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Thank you. Come again. People who come to McDonald's know quality. Like Classy Mary Young, who loves our quarter pounder. She would never settle for less than 100% pure all-American beef. Or Jim Taylor, he's always together.
And a Big Mac, please.
Only seared, sizzled, lean beef is good and juicy enough for him. And Kim Nelson likes pure stereo sound, and her cheeseburger has to be pure 100% beef. That's why she keeps coming back to McDonald's.
ESPN's Total Sports Promise delivers again Saturday. We're right in style with a fall fashion action report that sets the pace for the latest look in active sportswear. Then a top-ranked boxing Saturday special. Lightweight contender Terrence Ali and our light heavyweight Eastern Division Tournament Finals headline a knockout card. And we've got the day's best college gridiron matchup. The Tennessee Volunteers have top 20 dreams, but Georgia Tech could be the spoiler in our live CFA exclusive. It's all here Saturday.
Welcome back. We are waiting for Dan Hayden to begin his floor exercise routine. Let me fill you in on Billy Paul. However, he received a 9.45 for his performance on the still rings. But now let's talk about Dan Hayden on floor exercise.
And Dan is a good tumbler. He does an unusual routine, a lot of difficulty, a lot of originality. His opening tumbling run is a very unique pass. He does an Arabian to a double front somersault, and it's very hard to land because it's a blind landing. You'll see what I mean coming up now. Here he comes. Right there.
Oh, what a way to
nice
start.
landing, and he got it in great, too.
Pretty move.
Rolled out of it beautifully. This is a new pass right here for Dan. Full punch front. That raises the difficulty of that skill to a D value, as we spoke of earlier. So this is a good routine. There's a V seat and presses right through to a planche and then pushes to a handstand.
This young man is very strong.
And very sure of himself. He really doesn't have that much experience. A lot on the junior level, but not in a trial situation like this one, and there's a big difference. Here comes his dismount. He does a double back for a dismount. This is a good exercise on floor. Nice landing, a little step forward, but a great routine by young Dan Hayden.
A fine performance by Dan Hayden, and the crowd gives him a well-deserved applause. 20 years old, born in Buffalo, New York, currently lives at Tempe, Arizona, because he attends Arizona State University. And he's definitely a name we want to remember. Let's see the numbers, 9.65. And remember, after the first rotation, he was in third place. That'll make him climb in the standings. Let's take another look at that opening. Oh, what a way to start floor X.
That's right, he does an Arabian double front somersault. And as you watch him in the air, you'll notice that he is landing forward when he hits the ground. There's the forward landing right there. So he couldn't see the ground before he landed. Just had to time it perfectly.
Scary stuff. But Dan Hayden executes it beautifully. And now we're looking at Brian Ginsberg, who also is going to compete on the floor exercise this evening.
And Brian is a tremendous tumbler. This is his chance. He's won the National Sports Festival on floor exercise. This is his first major competition, trial-type competition.
He's just 16 years of age. He looks young. Let's hope he doesn't perform young.
And what a tumbler he is.
Interestingly enough, he won floor exercise at Sports Festival, yet he claims his favorite apparatus is the horizontal bar. Some people would argue with that.
Does a very difficult floor routine. Probably one of the best junior tumblers that ever have come out of the United States.
Brian Ginsberg trains at UCLA with Art Sherlock in their club program. He's not quite in college yet.
Nice double layout somersault. Stuck it cold. That's a tough mount. 2 complete somersaults in the laid out position. Look at the height. Beautiful lift, takeoff. Tremendous amplitude. Back with a full punch front 1 1/4. Very good. A lot of difficulty in this routine. He has a planche, legs together, pushes to a handstand. Very nice.
Some dance elements that we haven't seen from a lot of the other gymnasts.
And there's his required scale, getting ready for his last tumbling run. Rocket high double back, and look at that landing. He landed standing straight up and down. That was great.
Brian Ginsberg receives a loud ovation as the crowd appreciates his fine performance.
And here comes that open tumbling run. He's doing a double layout somersault, 2 complete flips in the laid out position. Here it is. Watch the punch off the ground right there. Nice stretch in the air. Beautiful landing. And what a dismount. I mean, he does his double back so easy. Look at the height. Watch how he lands. Straight up and down. That's great.
I know a lot of the gymnasts spread their knees, cow punching it when they do the double rotations. Is there a deduction for doing that?
Yes, there is. There is a deduction for any time you split your legs in gymnastics on a somersaulting skill, but a lot of gymnasts still get away with it.
And we will see if Brian Ginsberg gets away with it. We will have his score, plus we will update you on all the scores from this rotation. But first, we have a word from our sponsors.
Listen, how would you like to save some money and get something I'm absolutely sure you can use and enjoy right now, right where you are? It's TV Guide, America's favorite television magazine, and here's the story.
Right now, call 800-445-4500 for 30 weeks of TV Guide in 3 easy monthly installments of just $5.75 each. 800-445-4500.
Call now. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Charles Schwab. Over 1 million investors who make their own investment decisions trade with us. Here are a few reasons why.
Okay, good, thanks. Bye. There, I took your advice and bought that stock.
Already? You were on the phone less than a minute.
Oh, sure. I called Charles Schwab, placed the order, and they told me the price I paid, all in less than a minute.
Charles Schwab is fast.
And they saved me money on brokerage commissions.
How much do you say? 25, 30%?
More like 70% compared to what I used to pay my full commission broker.
Now that's a good deal.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. You know, you really should call Schwab.
I think I will.
For a free booklet on how you can save up to 76% on brokerage commissions, call 800-458-6100, toll free. That's 800-458-6100. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company, member SIPC.
Sunday, the NHL's best are on ESPN when Minnesota plays Buffalo live. The North Stars look strong in the Norris division, but they'll have to get past Sabre skater Craig Ramsey, the top defensive forward in the league. It's the best live hockey on television Sunday.
Welcome back to St. Paul, Minnesota for these team trials in men's gymnastics. Score for Brian Ginsberg on floor exercise, 9.55. But now we are on the pommel horse, and our next competitor is Robbie Campbell.
And Robbie has a chance to do very well in this competition. He's right in the pack right now. He can't afford any mistakes or he's going to drop out of that top group. So this is a very important routine for him.
Robbie Campbell's 22 years old. He's from Montclair, New Jersey.
Nice start. 2-on-1. Hit the horse there a little off balance. You could see his legs separate.
Say his toes aren't glued together.
And there he goes. He's off. Well, that's too bad because he was right in the pack, right fighting for the team. And all of a sudden, it's gone. It happens that fast. He'll move down in the standings after that. Working a little rough here. You can see his feet splitting. Just trying to get through this exercise and minimize the damage. But it's going to be big deductions. Oh, that's too bad. There's another stop, another major break.
A disappointing performance by Robbie Campbell.
Not what he wanted.
Let's look at what happened here. Maybe you could...
There he's on one pommel, doing a very difficult pommel loop. Watch right there. He's leaning back just a little bit, and it's off. Just too much backward lean, and it can happen that fast on the pommel, especially when you're on the pommel. It's a very thin piece of wood. There's not a lot of room to put your hands on.
All right, before Robbie Campbell competed on the pommel horse, these were the standings, obviously without that score being in it. You can see in the 6th spot, Billy Paul is a 71.65, Robbie Campbell is 71.30. Campbell really had a chance to overtake Billy Paul, but that certainly didn't happen with that performance. Daggett, Johnson, and Hayden are still our top 3, and Brian Ginsberg, the young man who received the 9.55 on floor exercise, well, he's in 9th, and it's possible he could crack the top 8, especially now that Robbie Campbell had that tough time. All right, let's go over to Scott Johnson now, who's waiting to perform on the still rings, and let's talk a little bit about his hand gear. He was just blowing some chalk in his hands, and the dowels and some of the stuff that they put in their hands for equipment. They don't really use all of that on the rings.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Now the leather is much longer. The leather hand strap is much longer. And also the dowel that's fit inside there to have him hold on. There's a judge's conference now on the rings, so Scotty's going to have to wait. But there's a good look at his grips. You can see all the leather and all the work, and there's the dowel in there, fit right under his fingers, and that keeps a gymnast hanging on the rings. You know, when you're in a handstand and you drop your body down full speed, it's possible to reach speeds of up to 70 miles an hour at the bottom. Your feet can actually move that fast. So it's a tremendous amount of force on your hands, and it's very